Hi, Bubba. Are you joining me for the cooking stream? Oh. What do you mean we don't have any bread? You mean the bread I bought today? Woo! That's right. I didn't forget stuff for once, I think. Except, mozzarella cheese that we need for... Yeah, cheddar pizza, though. Hey, Jidge, I don't know about all that. Alright, good evening. Fucking pole smokers. Yeah, looks like it. Alright, let me get stuff set up. We'll turn on the last camera and we're good to go. I glued my balls in my butthole. Sunday, what are you doing? Alright. Good job, everyone, on the run. But we'll mark this here. Good evening. Thank you once again for joining us for another Femboi feast. Tonight we got some garlic, butter, whole day shrimp pasta. Should be pretty easy. And I'm also going to be making a pizza from scratch. That's right. You heard it here first. Pretty easy, pretty simple. We'll give you the usual. There's the Discord if you want to hang out, talk food, play video games with us after this. There's the YouTube to catch what you may or may not have missed. That is my beautiful wife. Speaking of my beautiful wife, definitely check out her website and Etsy. She's very, very talented, and she has a nice butt. I would prefer if she got to sit on it. Last but not least, you want to support me, the stream, the streamer, help feed the outdoor kitty cats. Feel free to check out the Throne wishlist link there. Get yourself some extra goodies in exchange. I'm going to head downstairs. Let's get this going. I also post it. Alright, cool. I have this, I need this, and I also need this. Yeah, on the plus side, I also have that garlic oil that I've made in the fridge, so we'll get to see that. What cheese day? Oh, rusty. I thought you had like some sort of orange. Sunday, are you here to help? Cool. Looks good. Sounds like our audio balance is really nice as well. But yeah, so we'll get to work on this. I have to make more coffee too while we're on this. Excellent. So, where do we start? Well, today we have to make some shrimp. So our first course of action is obviously going to be cleaning that. I have this lovely little gem here, so we'll bring that out. I intentionally got these non-prepped, not like all the way like head on, apply directly to the forehead prep, because that's a lot of work. I might make some seafood stock, just of the leftovers, because it's free. Alright, so, nice farm-raised USA shrimp. That. Pretty big boys. I wanted to go with big boys. So. Nope, it looks like these are already deveined. Well, I'll be a son of a gun. So, anyway, deveining's not that difficult, to be honest, y'all. Basically what you do, you just take a knife right at the tip. Knife right at the tip here. and just literally pick, and then you can just pull the poop chute right out. Pretty simple. Either way, I'm just going to give these a nice little wash. I guess I'll steam these. Do we want to... I'll leave it up to chat. Do we want to steam? Do we want to pan fry? What do we want to do with these? I know, Chuckles, you posted a recipe, but like at the same time, like, okay. Make sure it's nice and clean. Oh, got me on mute. All right, listen here. Okay, well, if then that's the case, what I am going to do is What? The question is, do I actually have anything that I can use to steam it properly? I guess I have a couple of options I can use here. What did you knock over already? Cats, man. Mischievous little bastards. Okay, well then. I guess I'll have to think about this then. Let's take a look at Chuckle's recipe, see if there's anything that stands out to me. What? Okay. The cooking vouch. Steel wool brown. Just listen. Okay, garlic butter shrimp with Old Bay. Pretty. I'm just taking a look at what we got here. Okay, so this is pretty simple. This is just going to be a simple saute. I'm okay with that. We can do a saute. All right, so we're gonna get this ready. Let me see what we got. Spot. Would you want some of the sauce that's gonna come off of this? Okay. You wait for this. Okay, we do have falafel. Yeah. I think I picked up one of those and we just never make them. Some rigatoni. You like that hand? That was pretty slick. Well, what I can do is I can move these over here. Good. You're not getting any of this. Just like you're not getting any of the pork. I will use the angel hair. It's also nice to finally not have a tart there anymore. Cool, so I will have this, and I guess what we're gonna do is we'll just start working on a pan. Excuse me, sir. It is not an authorized cat area. All right, so the fun thing with these shrimp is that it looks like we are not going to have to, really do anything with them. We're not gonna have to peel them early. Jidge, I have my fucking eyes on you. So, what I'm actually gonna do is, because I'm a lazy shit, I recommend you be a lazy too. Is what you do is you grab one cat and then the other one walks away. What are you doing? What are you doing in my swamp? tell because I have shrimp on my fingers. I think it's some sort of grease, like silicone grease. It's like what? Cats. Okay, so what I did earlier this week actually is I just took some neutral oil and I grated some garlic, and then you just let it sit in there. Bam, garlic infused oil. So I'm gonna just turn this on nice and low because we're gonna do some buttery boys in it. Did my brush ever make it back out? I don't think it did. That's okay. At least I have a pizza wheel. Time to deliver a pizza wheel. So, I'm just going to take a big old fat scoop of this. Garlic and butter. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it made it out. I know it was... I do not have shallot. I do have some oignon. So I'm probably gonna dice some onions here. Yeah, butter. Yellow. You know what? I'll put a sweet boy in here, and then we can maybe use this for pizza later. And let's just dry out this here. So I'm just gonna grab a quarter of this. Put it at the awkward angle. I will save this for slices for pizza later. And I'm gonna peel the ready with this. Yeah, I generally, believe it or not, I generally don't keep shallot around. Also, I have no idea why I cut it like a mouth breather, but here we are. I can still dice with this direction, even though it's the incorrect direction. Now, so I got me some oignon, sweet oignon. And we're just gonna let these cook. I don't want too much oignon. I don't know why I keep saying. I think it's just funny. Go, oignon! I must collect the tools. Okay. A little bit of onion going down. Like I said, I have some garlic that's been soaking in oil, and that's just in there as garlic oil. Pretty good. Very easy. That's something you can just do like at the start of the week. Like I'm probably going to make some cold brewed coffee really quick while we wait for a lot of this stuff. Cool. So we're not going to go super crazy with the heat on this one. I just want to get color in everybody. Get the butter, get like a nice little sauce going. For those of you that do not know what Old Bay is, most of us that live in the Northeast part of the country and along the East Coast are very, very familiar with Old Bay. We are very protective of it. I don't know if it's available for sale outside of the country or probably past like the Midwest where seafood just kind of decreases in popularity. If you don't know what it is a pre-mixed seasoning blend. I'll be honest, I don't know if I actually have any. Normally, I just kind of make my own. What it comes down to is it is basically, no, I do have a little one. It normally comes in like a tin, like old pepper tins, but it is celery salt, spices, which are red pepper, black pepper, paprika, a little bit of cumin, a little bit of probably some cayenne as well. That's basically all it is. Think of it as like a very, very seasoned salt. It is generally known for being used with seafood, especially crab. It is really, really good on crab. I actually bought some catfish nuggets today, which is not, they're not like pre-breaded or anything. It's literally just kind of like off-cut, very nice, off-cut catfish. And basically, I will bread them, and so you're gonna egg wash them and then bread them. A mixture of half cornmeal, half flour. Add a crap ton of this. Get yourself a nice, spicy, savory, chewy little treat. Plus, I love catfish. Yeah, exactly. It's very Delmarva is the correct way to describe it. The Delaware, Maryland, Virginia spice. Cool. So, we're looking pretty glossy over here, which is kind of what we want. We just want to get like the butter and the garlic and the onion just sweating together. We don't want anything like brown yet. So, a little bit in there. Do I want to peel these? I don't know if I want to peel these. I'm not going to peel these. So, put our shrimp in there, and then liberally apply seasoning. Want to make sure everybody's kind of touching the ground here. We're basically shrimp, to be honest, is pretty easy to like cook. I'll be very honest. Like I know I have experience in the kitchen. Not everyone does. Shrimp is really easy. Okay, you just literally cook it until it's pink, like until it gets that bright pink orange color that you know that shrimp are. I am also going to throw a little bit more butter in here, and we'll drizzle a little more of that garlic oil around. I'm going to save some of this because I need it for pizza later. I like to use a little bit more onion, but also with shallot, generally shallot you want to dice like really fine. The goal of shallots is literally you dice it down so tiny that when you start to cook it, it just basically turns. At least that's how I do it. That's how I was trained for it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lid. If I knew where I put my lid. If I was a big glass lid, where would I be? Oh, well, that's where it would be. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is not with this. And we're just gonna let it cook al fresco in the open air. All right, the next thing I want to do. Yeah, Penzies is like a very similar. There are definitely like a few different like variations of Old Bay and things of the ilk. Next up, let's get this pizza dough started. And before everyone gets through like butts all in a twirl, yes, I know. Pizza dough in 30 to 45 minutes is sacrilege, but this is actually pretty darn good for taking maybe an hour. Okay, so I do this a little bit differently because I don't use instant yeast. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get my mixing bowl somewhere right here, and we're gonna get some teaspoons and tablespoons, which I think are in the dishwasher unless you unloaded them. You unload the dishwasher. That's alright. I will grab you. It's alright. If it's not clean, I can just do that. I know I put in the this has been run? Yeah, you did. I wouldn't put stuff in the dishwasher with water in it. Okay, so I am using my mind. I am just looking for my... There we go! Okay, so I'm going to finish unloading the rest of this later. But let me check on our shrimp and make sure they're not burning. Definitely getting some good color here. Actually, it's almost time for tongs, so then I can show y'all. But yeah, you basically just wanna, whoops, get back in there. Keep on these until they get bright fucking orange. Very simple. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this yeast activated. What up, Larkin? Good to see you. So 1 packet of instant yeast. If you have instant yeast, you don't have to do this. I don't like instant yeast because I like making my life a bit more difficult than it fucking should be. So we'll do a teaspoon and a half. I'm sorry, 2¼ teaspoons yeast. There's 1, 2, and do I have a quarter? Yeah, I got a quarter here. And we're going to try and get ourselves some warm water here. I'm looking for 3/4 of a cup of warm water. It's probably got like 2 minutes on it until she's ready. Our water is very fucking hot. Warm water, you just literally want it not steaming, not freezing, just right in the middle. And then 1½ teaspoons of sugar, and just the gentlest stirrs. Okay. These are almost good to pull off. So I saw that you were supposed to turn this into a sauce. I think I'm just gonna freelance it, to be honest. Just kind of put some stuff together and make a really decent sauce out of it. Okay. So, 1½ teaspoons of sugar, and then we're literally just gonna let this chill for probably 10-15 minutes. And I'm just literally gonna swirl this, not super aggressively, but I can see some of the yeast kind of clumped up at the bottom. So I'm gonna not be able to open the drawer. Grab myself a little fork here. There we go. And this should kind of smell, I guess the best way to describe it is kind of smell like, you ever been to a college party or like been around after a party and it just smells of like stale beer? Like you can tell people have been drinking? Yeah, it'll smell exactly like that. And you're gonna let it go and it's gonna start basically bubbling. So obviously when you're working with yeast and activating it, you just kind of wanna let it do its thing, but you wanna keep it kind of warm. We'll get on to proofing and I'll explain that. I'm very lucky. My oven has a proof setting on it, which sits about 95 degrees. One thing you could do is while you're preheating the oven, if it's like a quick proof, you could literally just do that, in all honesty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my tongas here, and I'm just going to pull the shrimp out. You notice they are very orange on the outside, very, very, very bright orange. It's cooked, or very close to. Like I'm gonna finish these probably. So if I was a smart boy, I would have already had my pasta water going here. But we will get on that. I'm gonna reduce the heat to this, and we'll start turning this into a sauce. Now I have a few things kicking around. And we're just gonna kind of empty the fridge. I have some leftover pizza sauce here, and I'm gonna use this to help scrape some of the goodness off the bottom of this. Also, it is pizza sauce, So that's going to add a good depth of flavor. I got some leftover pumpkin, pureed pumpkin. Oh, son of a bitch. I'm gonna take a scoopy poo out of there. Now, for those of you that do drink, this would be with shrimp. It'd be a great time to get like some white. If you have some cheap white wine, it'd be a good time to unload that into the pan, help you scrape off some of the seasoning and flavoring, and give you that kind of very dry sauce that you're looking for. Hi, Roomba. Yeah, Worcestershire. You do Worcestershire. Let me see what else I have hidden back in these parts. Alright, go back. Yeah, I got some Liam Kieran's. Oh my god, I have fucking tired hands is what I've got. So, we have something that's pretty thick, but it's going to be flavorful. I can tell because I just splashed it on myself. But what I'm going to do is, I saw there was supposed to be, like a little bit of chili sauce, which basically looked like that spicy marinara sauce. I actually have a little bit of something like that. So we'll squeeze a little bit in there. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to remove this just because I didn't have the pasta ready. And then what we'll do is we'll thin this with that pasta water. And you're like, well, why would you do that? It's pasta water. Like, what makes it different? Well, if there's going to be a bit of starch in the water, it'll prevent this from just being like solids and water. It'll help emulsify. So, I'm going to push this to the side so I can keep the heat off it. We're going to fill this up. I'm going to make some pasta. In the meantime, I'm going to take a look at one of these here shrimpy boys. And so these are pretty easy. Just gonna grab the sides. This one looks like it's gonna roll right off. That's good. Now, one thing I can do and might do, depending on how much time we have to kill tonight, is I might show you how to save all this seafood stuff. So, there you go. One finished shrimp. Very good. Very straightforward. Very plushy. You know, as shrimp tends to be. We'll catch up with that in just a second here. Our timing's looking pretty solid. So I'm going to make pasta behave. Yeah. Should be enough water here. I am going to actually swap these pans around. I'm going to use the residual heat from this one and crank this back on, and then over here is chilled. So we will just be able to get right on that. Boy wife cooking? Absolutely. The shrimp for the pizza? No. My wife is not a seafood fan in that sense. Which sucks because I think it's great and I love it. But on the plus side, that means I get all of it in the relationship, which is good. We also have Kalamata olives. Sweet onions and olives, ham Petrucci. So, I have some foaming going on. This is looking good. It's a great start for activating your yeast. I'm going to wait until it's over, to be honest. I like it that way. In the meantime, I am going to search for my dough hook. You can do this by hand. When you're assembling dough, any dough can be put together by hand. It's just a matter of how much patience you have and how sticky and messy you're willing to get. Now, some of you are absolute filthy, disgusting fucking degens that I don't even know why I allow here. And I know you like to get sticky and messy, so that one's for you. So, this is now turned into what would be considered almost a tomato paste. Got some flavor in it though, very earthy, a little bit spicy. So a good mix of like a tomato base and a pumpkin base. And I'll thin that out a little bit with some of the pasta water, and we'll make it like a nice emulsification. I found where the chili sauce went. All right. In the meantime, some more cold brew coffee for the week. I need my Femboi Hooters authentic mug. Gonna give this a good squeeze so I get all the coffee out, because coffee's fucking expensive. Even if you get cheap shit, it's fucking expensive. Alright, so out that comes. That's going to sit somewhere. I'm not used to having this table here, believe it or not. There we go. I think that's up and off. Alright, very simple. A while ago, I bought a bunch of cheesecloth that is like basically cut to squares and reusable. Just throw it in the laundry. So I'm gonna grab one of these bad boys here, and I'm just basically. I mean, can you do this by measurement? Sure can. Am I? Sure not. So, I'm gonna have to grind more coffee for next week, but there we go. It's normally like a cup of grounds to I think like 8 to 10 ounces of water. Normally I just do it. Does it overflow out of my fist? Yes. Okay, it's good enough. I am gonna grab some of my butcher's twine here. Snip. This goes in here. And just gonna do 8 little ties. Remember, Vince McMahon is a piece of shit and his wife is complicit. Just gonna say it. Can't prove me wrong because I am right. I'm just gonna tie this off. And you're done. Yeah, what's up, Takana? And because it's cold brew coffee, you just fill it with water. Filtered water right out of the fridge. We'll give it a shake and leave it in the fridge for like 12 hours, and it'll be good in the morning. I will refrain from grinding coffee while stream is on. It is incredibly loud. Water's almost ready there, and basically while we eat, I'll put the dough together. That'll take maybe 30 minutes, if that. We'll roll it out, slam it into the oven, and it should be good to go. I will also introduce you to Kalamata olives. If you don't know what Kalamata olives are. Alright, 1 gallon of coffee going into the fridge, chill out, it'll be ready in the morning. Yeah, 12 hours from now-ish. Yeah. What I like to do is also just give it, a good dunk or two to start getting some of the flavors around and, promoting proper steepage. This can go back in the fridge. Maybe I'll make some tea too. I just make that in large batches as well, because boy, not full, but neither here. Okay, good. So we have full foam, which is what I was waiting for. So I'm going to clear up some of my mess over here and make some space for the mixer with the dough hook attachment. This mixer surely is the gift that keeps on giving. Ain't no need for them $500 KitchenAids. I got the Amazon Houseboot special. Bitch, get out from under my feet. Dangerous place to be, and you know it. Right, so, should be pretty simple here. What I am gonna do, double check my recipe for this. Right, so, like I said, I had to do a little bit of workarounds on this because I am not using instant yeast, but instead using active yeast. Okay, so it is going to be 2 cups of flour, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of olive oil. So I am pretty picky about my flour. I use specifically Caputo's Tipo 00 if I'm making any sort of dough or pastry or bread. Basically, this is pretty much what I go for. It is a bit expensive. Can you use regular flour? Yes, you sure can. Listen, the texture and flavor just ends up where I want it to be here. I need 1 more cup. Oh look, Bubba. Another kilogram of flour gone. But that's okay. Listen. I can get 10 kilograms of this flour for $35, and I've been talking myself into and out of it continuously for months. We golfing later? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's only 9 o'clock. This honestly should be wrapped in about an hour, Bordy. Alright, so there we go. I'm also going to take the chance to add a little bit of, you can add dried basil in this portion too, and that'll help kind of cook it out and get some of the earls in it. I should have some just basic acid Italian sticking around here. I know I do. There we go. Now, that is in there, and then very, very gently, just gonna put this in and just slowly mix. We're gonna put it on like a 2, maybe a 3. You have to add a little bit of salt here as well. Now, remember, cold water, super hot water, and salt are the enemies of yeast. So you just want to add these, once your yeast is properly activated and bloomed, that's when you want to add the salt. Otherwise, I just fucking wait. So, gonna very, very slowly let this do its thing. And then we are looking for 2 tablespoons of oil. Oh damn, I have this garlic oil right here that'll work really nicely and add that nice little flavor to the dough. All right, we got some boiling pasta water. Oh, got some melted plastic. All right, we got some angel hair though. That should be pretty good. What I'm gonna do is I'm not even gonna make all of it because I don't plan on eating all of it. So I'm gonna take about half the box. You know, use the lid here, kids. Gonna make a mess because you always do with angel hair. In half, and then this is gonna take, I think, like 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes. Then we'll finish all of this in the pan. All right, so I'm just gonna let this go until it comes into one cohesive unit. Now that everything's kind of thoroughly mixed, we'll let it go until it's like where it needs to be. We're getting there. Hit this with some interdiction here and just kind of clump it together myself. There we go. Yeah, still a little tough. A little bit more oil. I can tell it's a little bit dry. Be amazed. Just that little bit makes all the difference in the world. This. Not as sticky as I want it to be, but what I am going to do is say it is good. We're going to proof this for about 30 minutes. So, I am going to hunt for, you know what? I should just be able to lit it with this sill pat. It shouldn't be a big deal. Okay, bear with me. Got this Jim Carrey Grinch it over here. All right, so this is gonna go in. It's not exactly how I want it, but I think it's gonna be pretty close. Alexa, set a timer for 30 minutes. So, let some of this water drain over here and rearrange some spaces. That dough should be fine. We'll get a little bit. Okay, with that, we'll make it work. So, oh, wrong one. So, introducing a low heat here. I'm going to take some of this delicious pasta water. As we get some heat in there, I will then introduce the rest
of the pasta. What I'm going to do is I'm also going to peel these shrimp. We're going to finish it in this sauce. And I am going to keep all these shells. I'll make like a nice little stock out of it. Basically, all you're going to do is just boil the shells with some vegetables. Ta-da! Stock. Very good. This is just the story of him basically telling you how much of a fucking disrespectful piece of shit he. Like, I don't know why they thought putting this out was a good idea. You know, before the FBI has now taken stranglehold of him. Excellent. So, I have these split up. Go back there while I rinse my hands off because there's all sorts of delicious seasonings on them, but I don't want all those delicious seasonings where they don't belong. Okay, so start working this sauce together with this nicely starched water. I don't know why that's still on besides the fact that it doesn't mind. Okay. That's a nice sauce we have going on. I am going to finish the pasta in as well. Especially with things like angel hair. I really intentionally undercook stuff like this. And then you finish it in the sauce. That's how you get the extra flavor. Yo, what up, Nightshade? How was Green? Chrono Trigger was going okay?
Hi, friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Now, I am going to keep some pasta aside for Mawak, who doesn't like shrimp. So, all of a sudden, this thick paste is now kind of more like a sauce. I might thin it a little bit. Give it a little bit more. A little bit more of this starchy sugar. There we go. Pizza dough I may have overmixed a little bit, but it should still be fine. Not a big deal. Okay. So now I'm going to put the shrimp in here. No one wants cold shrimp. And basically what we've ended up making here is like kind of a slightly basically a little bit extra root vegetable version of a marinara Old Bay garlic sauce. So I want to get these shrimp nice and coated in here. I'd like to see this start to bubble a little bit. We're getting that vaporization, but welcome in, Nightshade and friends. Yeah. Chrono Trigger can be a son of a gun. That much I do know. What, you said your computer crashed? Did you figure out what caused that, or was it just like random shenanigans? Random Windows moment. Hashtag speedrunner moment. Alright, that's looking good. Grab just a clump of pasta here. I don't know if I want that much pasta either. And this will go in here. Hulk Hogan is a jabroni. Wow, this is a documentary on every fucking piece of shit that's ever wrestled or been involved with it ever. Now, I don't need to really cook this. I just have enough heat to get things starting to simmer and reheat the shrimp and kind of re-separate the pasta here and kind of allow the sauce to cook into the pasta. So, nothing super fucking crazy. This is basically just finishing a dish. All it is. You have all the components already done separately, and just put them together. Finish them together. Take this bad boy here. Yeah. Full heat on this. So it's basically done. Grab that leftover pasta. Let me grab a nice plate for this. Or you know what? These dishes are always my favorite for something like this. For like a hearty pasta. Give me a second for plating. Poke this around a little bit. And here you go. Not the prettiest looking, but definitely good. Nice little garlic butter, Old Bay, shrimpy boy. Hey, that's me. Jimmy Snuka. Something. My dad was involved with Jimmy Snuka in some way, shape, or form, and I'm trying to remember how that happened. Alexa, how much time is on the timer? Cool. We're making a great pace here. So we can eat, and then we will finish. Roll out that dough. That's be really good. So, pretty damn good. The Iron Sheik is such a skill OG. See all this shell, all the little meat and seasoning, that's gonna make a great seafood stock. So, I actually have an idea. Let me eat, because this is good. Perfect. Okay, I actually will just do this while we wait. Okay. So. There we go. Covered my drain and just jammed my fingers into some nice boiling water. So, I have some pretty freaking old celery. It ain't like bad, but what I'm gonna do is I am going to make sure my sink drains. But I'm gonna take that water, boil it. I'm just gonna throw that fucking onion in there. And I'm just gonna take this celery and, to be honest, just fucking cut it in half. That's it. Have a quarter of an onion, a whole bunch of celery, and those shrimp. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna let it fucking boil away. There you go. Make your own damn stock. And then what I will do is I'll strain it and I will save it in a container. And the next meal I want to make, or I want kind of an oceany flavor, right there. I love that Hulk Hogan admitting we didn't practice anything in the ring. Yeah, we know. That's why all of your fucking matches look like shit. Alright, so we got a couple of minutes left on this dough proofing, and then I'll clear this off. We'll roll it out here. Alright. Let's see, I know I saw some neat people in chat earlier. Give them a shout out. Lots of cool creators. This is really good. I've also not had angel hair in ages, mainly because I don't like it because it's together. It's a pain in the ass. It's good. Like I said, I kind of freelance the sauce because I don't like keep white wine around. Normally, like with seafood, I'm a very kind of white wine trick, but what I did was like the chili oil, or not chili oil, the chili sauce, which is basically like the cocktail sauce from Heinz. I have just like some generic ass Asian sriracha hot chili sauce, which is like spicy ketchup. So it's not too far removed. I had some leftover pumpkin, and some leftover pizza sauce, and just kind of cook them down to like really, really pull the flavors out. Mix it with a little bit of stock water, like pasta water, and just kind of creamed it into a sauce. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Just for those of us that have grown up in this part of the country, East Coast, listen, you're exposed to Old Bay, whether you like it or not, unless you like don't eat food, like for personal or religious reasons. Because Old Bay is on everything. Yeah, a little bit of Worcestershire to help kind of pump that up. Now I'm excited to get some of this seafood stock. That'll be good. I can use that for tons of shit. Oh, it's an eco button. I'm like, I don't mind spaghetti fantar, but like it's not my favorite. I like weird noodles. Alexa, how much time is left? Okay. And then we should have some decent proofing going on here. Yeah. Well, you got to get that 3 million-year-old water, Fantar. You have a weird noodle? That's because you're fucking French Canadian. Ugh. This smells good. That's gonna be this is basically like, without sounding really gross, seafood stock is just like Old Bay water. All right. Oh. Cool. So now we play the waiting game. I'm gonna get out some of these. You don't know what these are. These are delicious. These are Kalamata olives. These will go on the pizza. They will also go in my mouth. Incredibly briny and. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna make some iced tea. We're gonna use really. I just make shit in large batches so I don't have to do it constantly. Alright. So I have a local company's tea blend, like their iced tea blend. I'm gonna knock all that shit over because it doesn't matter. And I actually have some black tea with some rose hips. Add that in as well. Alec over here playing fucking Bob the Builder. Yeah, oh, I love Kalamata olives, Fantar. That's like one thing Shelby and I use bonded on. Like when we first met, it was like Kalamata. Alright, so get this tied up. This out of the way. Done my kneading. I'll do the rest of it by hand. It's basically just going to be flexing out the and this is just going to take a whole fucking 1.7 liters of water. Alright, so we've had this discussion before, but I haven't done it during a cooking. Now, I know there are some fucking British folks and subject of British folks. Now, for the longest time, you would never use hot water that got unplugged. You would never use hot water to make tea. Anyone know why that is? Okay, we are getting some really good action here. Starting to get that bubbling, so I'm just gonna give this a spin, get everybody submerged. I should have thrown some fucking carrots. I didn't have any. I will do, however. I'm gonna rinse this out, and we'll just run the soup through this, or the stock through this. I know what I'm doing. Different sources of hot and cold water. Dan is correct. So hot water traditionally would come from like a cistern or like water on the roof, whereas cold water came from like a clean like river source. Cisterns aren't generally. They're kind of considered gray water. So yeah, you wouldn't want to make tea with dirty ass water, basically. Which is weird, the Brits caring anything about flavor. Oh! Alright, got some tea there. I have that water coming up. Put some sugar in this. Hello? Yeah, cool. This water's starting to turn some colors here, which is good. We'll let it... Alexa, how much is left on the timer? Alexa, how much time is left? Okay. Put this away for the wifey. So, we've had a good boil going. I want to do this very, very gently. Put this over the sink in case I do a little oopsie doodle. Oh yeah, there's some nice color in this. This is nice looking seafood stock, I tell you what. Alright, I'm gonna have to get my other container here. I made way more than I thought I would. But look at the color on this. So, gotten all the flavor out of that, basically. Yeah, it's hot too. Go figure, right? Excellent. That, my friends, is how you make use of everything. I do need to find a container for that, though. I think I should have some larger somewhere. I might not. Oops. Alright, I'll figure it out. Always. Smells fucking great. That might be something I have to figure out before I go to bed, because that needs to cool. Alexa, stop. Cool. So, my dough should be done proofing. Yep, exactly. I do that a lot as well, Fansar. There we go. Soft, spongy. This should be good to go. Now, I'm going to turn this up to 425. This dough is nice and soft, very, very soft and pliable. Get this iced tea going here, though. solution in there to stir up the sugar. But that should be good. Now, this out of the way. Flour. There we go. Nice stretchy dough. A little overstretched there, that's fine. But got some good, as they would call it, good gluten windows. Getting a lot of stretch before it finally does tear open. Cool. Now, I prefer a nice thin crust. I just want to make sure I'm not pulling holes in this bad boy. I definitely want to get a nice distribution of dough here. But that looks pretty darn good. Now, that's enough. Get some holes in this bad boy. So cook all the way through, nice and evenly. Looks pretty good. Now, it's good to see you though. Hopefully you're taking care of yourself. You good? Hell yeah. Muy excelente, mis amigo. Hopefully you're having a good time. Now, take this spoon here, spread it around a bit. Bubba, what you doing? Cool. So you don't want to go crazy on your sauce, obviously, otherwise it's rough. Good coverage there. And a little Italian seasoning. And I have my garlic oil here, this minced garlic. Definitely get a little bit around there.
Is it you or is everything falling apart? Trapped in a tinderbox, all you can do is pray for us.
A bunch of cheeses here that we're gonna break out, shred down. Hell yeah, it is! Let's go, baby! Ugh. Oh, you might get this storage. Also, I've used the shit out of this cheese grater. Love it. That we're gonna use some low moisture mozzarella here because that'll give you melt you're looking for. The other thing is you don't want to load this up with toppings because it won't fucking cook right.
I want you obsessed with the color of your skin. I want you to blame others for the hell you live in. Only blood can douse the fire that is burning within. This is who you are, this is your original sin. I know you best. I know you want to. It's all that's left. It's all you can.
Alright. Now I have some parm kicking in. The hell? Bye-bye. Where am I? Bye-bye. Come on, you people. Yeah, we got Roni, we got Kalma Olives too. You want Kalma Olives? All over for both? Okay. Whew. Some pepperoni for you. Sunday, behave. What's up, Pete? No shrimp on this up? Nah, Shelby doesn't shrimp.
I waste
So yeah, if we wanna put out a ping for golf for probably about 20. You know what? Call it 10 o'clock. We'll do that. Yeah, I'm gonna grab some of these here. Olives. Want to come out of No? Now do you understand why I don't like Vince McMahon or Hulk Hogan?
I see all you say and you do. I'm a black hole. I can't let go.
Wrestling? Yeah. I mean, it's, you know, it's, I'll put it this way, it's just soap operas for me. Because it's more of like an entertainment thing. Like, don't get me wrong, they're incredibly athletic. I couldn't fucking work their whatever it is, 300-day schedule, constantly on the road, just getting bumped and banged around. Like, that's the impressive, but it's more about the. Cranked up on bikes and scooters? Yes, they are. Yeah, steroids will do that. Yeah. The same thing as fucking. It's like going to school for like fucking ballet, you know? Oh yes, because everyone goes to the theater. Oh, the dancing is not safe. You're a nut! You're crazy in the coconut! What does that mean? No, I get you. Mm-hmm. All right, in she fucking goes. Well, maybe in she goes. Jesus Christ. One of these days, I'll get a piece of peel that's not dog shit. There we go. Kind of. There we go. Again, kind of. Excellent. Yeah, good enough. Don't mind the smoke, that's okay. That's just fucking olive dropping off the edge. Alright. Excellent. Alexa set timer for 12 minutes. Man, this should be a real easy cleanup, kids. I do... What? Yeah, that's just something fell down. Well, big ups on the resub. Yeah, that's just the fucking olive dropped right onto the burnt. Oh, Flow with the raid? Big ups. Shrimp and banana pepper? I mean, that's not bad. I also now know why no one would ever want to kiss you on the mouth. How was 14 tonight, Fluff? Just done. I have some leftover. I made some seafood. I wanted to actually taste that really quick. So this is just like I said, I had some leftover veggies, quarter of an onion, and all those shrimp shells. I probably could have reduced a little bit more, but that's okay. Oh, Hawaiian pizza's really good. I don't know why people get mad about it, because it's honestly good. Salty, sweet, protein. Like, why would you not like that? Yeah, listen, different strokes, different folks. We all know that, Phantar. But yeah, like, people get like, how can you eat that? Like, because it's good. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, you can't just, like, slap, like, okay, can you put just, like, pineapple on, like, ham? I mean, I guess, but, like, don't just throw it in raw cold. Like, put, you know, just throw it in the pan or on the grill quick. Get some heat into it. Does it make your mouth tingly? If it tastes tingly, you're probably allergic to it. Like, when Shelby eats mangoes, her mouth gets a little tickly. That's called a mild allergic reaction. All right. We're getting there. We are getting there. And I'm just gonna rub real quick some of this garlic oil that we have on the crust, just to help get it a little brown. Get some color and additional flavor in there. Yeah. I also caught the offending smoking gun, which was, as I deduced, an olive. If you're allergic to kiwi, that is a potential precursor to being allergic to latex. This is a heads up. They come from they're not the same plant, but they definitely come from a similar, like, family of plants. little smoky. That's okay. A little. Yeah, hey, some people just don't like pineapple. Alright, I'm getting bubbling. We're almost there. And then I will clean this stuff up and we'll go golfing. And then I guess we're doing Valheim because Alec can't build a computer. Well, we made some garlic butter Old Bay shrimp and pasta earlier, which I kind of turned into a very interesting sauce, and now I'm just making a pizza because I felt like it. Also, my wife doesn't eat shrimp, so wanted to make her something nice. Alexa, how much left on the timer? Oh. Alright, I'm getting some bubbling on the top. I'm just waiting for the crust to brown a little bit. And then we should be good to go. Also, what I do is I like to use the pepperoni curl as an indication that it's done. Yeah, if you get tingly in your mouth, that is definitely a sign of a food allergy. Just so you know. I mean, unless you're like eating stinging nettles, which at that point I'm going to say, hey, don't eat stinging nettles without preparing them properly, because like that's not fucking good for you. All right. Alright, this pizza should be done momentarily. I spilled coffee on the floor. That's okay. I will shoot that up in a second. Yeah, I think we're done. Scoop up my mess here. Because my wife works very hard to clean the floors, and I, as a goofball, destroy the kitchen pretty much every day. All right. Oh yeah. I think we got a good crust on this one, Bubba. Holding its shape. Yeah. There we go. What'd it do? Are you ready for this? Okay. What, you don't like the flavor of burnt shrimp? Pizza rocker.
With the clouds and jesters, oh king of bad jokes.
Could have done a little bit more. with the, I think with the crust, but it is at least pretty darn good. That's also partly because, you know, that commercial oven does not get anywhere near the temperatures you need for like a real good crust, in my opinion. The other thing you can do, and again, impatience is my enemy on this one, like if you really just kind of let that pizza stone come up to temp, like preheat your oven like 30 to 40 minutes before you're planning on actually like throwing it in, you can get your stone nice and hot, and that will definitely make a big difference on the crust. But this I just kind of threw right in, but like this is good pizza. Flavor's there, crust is there, taste is there. Bam. But we got some pizza. Not bad. Ain't got no flesh. Dough's got some great flavor. A little bit of garlic oil. Go to bed, Flo. Right. But that pretty much wraps it. Any questions, concerns? Commentary? Yep. Just good snack. I have pasta for you. I'm going to empty this container so I can put some of the stock into it. When you don't have a garbage disposal, just make sure you have a toilet. Ease peas. What are you doing Sunday? You here to help? No, that's a negative. There we go. That up and out of the way. Clean this out, and then I can save some of this stock. And then that's pretty much it. It'll just be a breakdown of the rest of these dishes. Get them in the dishwasher before the end of the night. Excellent. Cool. So I have a little bit of seafood stock. Maybe that I have a little. Here. Sometimes I worry about Dan, to be honest. Sorry. Sometimes Dan just types shit, and I'm just not sure. Okay. So I have some seafood stock. That's going to go into the freezer. And that will come to life next time I need just a little bit of potion. And I get you your pizza, m'lady. Or anything else. I got a cow on my lap. Ooh. I have no idea. Right. Well, I think we're good here. I'm gonna go upstairs. We'll say our goodbyes and start breaking this shit down. Good job, everybody.
All right, everybody. Good job. We did it. There's the Discord. Come play games with us. There's YouTube to catch the rest of these cooking shows. Check out Shelby's excellent website. And if you want to support the stream that little bit extra, get yourself some extra cooking votes. There's the throne. But good job. We'll call it here. And we will disassemble.
Alright. Start breaking this shit down real quick.